The Upper East Side is Cape Town's answer to urban city living with a balanced mix of work and play. The mixed-use property development is a joint venture between Swish Property Group and Redefine Property Holdings. The development is situated in Woodstock, a semi-industrial residential area in Cape Town, home to some of Cape Town's leading textile factories and clothing manufacturers. The Upper East Side development is the transformation of a 5-story clothing factory into a residential, commercial and retail development, which also includes a luxury hotel.
Initially, the outset of the project was just to convert an old factory building into what we call loft apartments or affordable housing in the loft apartment concept. And then it turned out our architects alerted us to some large bulk allowances, and we put in a site development plan to council, which then gave us scope to develop further. And that was really the blueprint of what Upper East Side is today.
The original Bonwit factory closed its doors due to pressure from cheaper Chinese imports. But despite the social-economic knock to the area, the industrial space was the canvas for a new, fresh development for Woodstock. Through insightful building techniques and good management from the architectural team, the original Bonwit factory was soon transformed into a property development that was able to offer a live, work, play housing solution for the trendy upper to middle class.
What incidentally then happened is that we ended up with an affordable product from a housing perspective, an affordable product from a commercial perspective, and ultimately it's something what I like to call the left side. It's not conventional, it's not your typical development that you'd see.
Completed in 2008, the Upper East Side has become a catalyst in the gentrification process of Woodstock by converting an old but award-winning factory space into an urban residential node with a cosmopolitan feel. The Upper East Side has become a desirable place for Cape Townians to live, offering affordable accommodation a stone's throw away from the heart of the city, a value proposition that has helped bring in the sales during a recessionary housing market.
Throughout the recession, it's the only property that's actually had an escalation over the past 24 months. So the average guy that bought it at 350 is now trading that apartment at close to 550. So it's a huge he's had a huge increment climb on his investment in a so-called depressed market.
With commercial tenants ranging from call centres, media companies to furniture manufacturers, creating a commercial element to the property was a seamless transition for the developers.
We have a problem selling apartments on lower levels, for obvious reasons being noise and obviously views, and those are ideal to turn into commercial areas. So the commercial rate was also much cheaper than the average rate in the CBD. And that's what attracted a commercial buyer to us. The residential, even though it was a new build with the second and third phase, we still managed to compete in the affordable sector and henceforth managed to sell really well in our launch in 2008.
The Upper East Side Hotel is also part of this property portfolio and offers a unique value proposition. Not only does the hotel offer competitive rates, its triple volume atrium and amphitheatre offer a little something extra to its conferencing facilities. In keeping with its urban context, the architecture and interior design of the property had to blend with the structural elements of the building.
Because the previous building was an industrial building as such, it won an award in its day for excellent use of concrete. We wanted to keep those strong elements. We wanted to keep the boldness of the spaces, the high ceilings, the phase one buildings got quite a presence. So we wanted to incorporate that into this design as well.
The interior design of the property focused on a fresh and contemporary feel, which was incorporated into the entire property, helping to unify the space.
The original fabric, which was the phase one building, kind of lent itself to what the second phase was going to transform into. And I think from there, it was quite simple actually. We tried to feed off what was there, try to feed off what was happening in the city, and just workshop the whole thing together and came up with what you see now.
With occupancy levels around 80% during the festive season and the commercial tenant book seeing signs of continued growth, the residential element of the Upper East Side is also enjoying renewed interest from a market ready to try something new. It's hoped this development will spark a wave of continued support from tenants and buyers who see the value of a live-work housing solution in the gentrified heart of Woodstock.